You are now locked into the Scouting Room, the home of authentic, fun, and unfiltered NFL and college football content. We will bring you film breakdown and analysis, hot topic discussions, and in-depth NFL draft prospects, the best place for it all. So sit down, have a drink, and let's talk football in the Scouting Room. Jack Bech can be and probably will be the Las Vegas Raiders version of Emeka Egbuka, now with Chip Kelly in town as the new OC. Let's look at the tape and see how he can get it done and help improve this passing attack. Number one is you're going to see is a lot of just alignment versatility, where he aligns and you can put him in motion. You're going to see here his ability to work into the soft spots in zones. That's football IQ, right? Post-snap recognition, understanding drops and different things of that nature, leveraging of the defense, right? It looks like it's too high with one corner on the top of the screen, right? Against Savion Williams, line up and press. The other corner is off coverage, and he sees the back pedal. He sees the side settle bail out. He said, oh, yeah, this right here is zone. And this is zone, and I know that there's going to be a soft spot, and he works very well into that soft spot, makes the catch with the ball being helmet or higher. And I just think with him, similar to Emeka Egbuka, playing that Z spot, playing the F or the slot, the motion stuff, this is going to be a power slot receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders and Geno Smith. I'm excited to see, once they get their chemistry down. Now, here you have him as the Z, right? You're going to get him on pretty much a curl route and hit, again, settling into the zone, settling into the soft spots of the coverage. And those things matter in the NFL. If you, especially for a receiver, stem your route with intent. You already see, okay, the guy drop off underneath. He works outside the numbers. That corner that was lined up man-to-man on me, side tether out. So that's that cover three. He wants to prevent the deep ball. And now I just got to get to my spot, and he's right where his quarterback needs him to be in a timely manner. These things, this is what builds trust with NFL quarterbacks, is being where they need you to be. And with Jack Bech, he's going to do exactly that, right? He's not going to wow you from a athleticism and speed and explosiveness standpoint, but high football character, high football IQ, physical, strong, secure-handed guy that can run good routes. Another little quick hitch, quick curl, quick hitch here. Again, getting into the soft spots, but not just getting into the soft spot, understanding, hey, this is a little bit more tightly condensed situation. There's four defenders in that vicinity, in his vicinity. Makes the catch. He knows he's going to take contact, and then you see that strength, that physicality to be able to, just move his feet, chop his feet, push forward, and try to get extra yards after the catch, man. A guy, again, that's not going to wow in the athletic department, but you can't teach want to. You can't teach the things that he brings to the table. And for me, now the man-to-man stuff will, especially from the outside against, like, outside caliber athletes, like, he wins the inside leverage here. I think the route is fine. Right? The route is fine. The ball is a little bit behind. You want to see, especially with all this space here, you know what I mean? You want to see the ball throw out in front of him, but he doesn't pull away from that man-to-man coverage that well. So I think that's going to be something to pay attention to with him, is what happens when he's in tight man-to-man coverage, dealing with physical, handsy, press coverage, bump and run type of cover corners that have the athleticism in the hips to move with him, and then also close the space and then play the ball when the ball is thrown. Ball was behind him, though. I think if the ball was in front, he might have made a catch. But still, here's something I want to see him just improve on. He works. He relies too much, I'd rather say, on physicality. Great catch by Savion Williams. Outstanding catch, but for the also a rookie going to Green Bay. But watch him here, like, God, don't get me wrong. The referees let this happen. They let this play. This was NBA playoff basketball. I'm talking about Detroit Pistons and New York Knicks, which is still a soft spot for me as a Piston fan. But nonetheless, you see it here, just struggling to get free. And if you initiate contact, they're going to let you battle. And in the NFL, you will get some of that at times, depending on the defense you're playing. And it's mostly within 5 yards. The end of this, I would say you probably could have thrown the flag for, especially in the NFL, more illegal contact. So, yeah, and a little bit holding, right? Like, he tried, well, see, that's the thing. Like, You push, I pull, and sometimes like refs will let again great grab by Stephen Williams. Refs will let the DBs play physical if the receiver does the same thing. Now you're gonna get here a corner into the post, double move, outstanding salesmanship here, right? Stem it, work, and then he splits the double team, splits the two DBs, tracks the ball well, sure-handed catch away from his frame, doesn't make the, sometimes you want guys to go up and make the play, but I love the fact that he tracked it, really confident hands over the shoulder. And then what did you see? You saw late hands at the rep, still didn't go down, gets called for the touchdown, put 6 points on the board. Now out here, he's going to basically go inside leverage and run somewhat of a 7 corner route, and that's where you see the physicality that he does bring to the table. You see that, right? You see that physicality, being able to handle that guy. God didn't get hands on him early, so it's the physicality mid stem. He'll work through that. It's okay where we're able to be physical right off the ball. That can give him some problems, but you see him get open, track the ball well, late hands, and get create for a first down and everything. Quarterback, on the sprint out. Ball should have been thrown earlier, though. That much I will say. Ball should have been thrown earlier, but young quarterback. Here, and I love the sight. See, he does a good job, in my opinion, also with sight adjustment routes. Not having to, and I'm going to rewind and let it play full speed here. Not like it's understanding that, hey, I may have a slant or I may have this post or whatever, and maybe breaking it off a little bit, knowing and understanding what the defense is doing. And I appreciate that with his game, right? You see him win the inside leverage, stay on that track. Ball is thrown out in front. Again, catches away from his frame. Comfortably catches away from his frame. And those are the things that translate to the next level, okay? Now you'll get him really working the seam here. Just get up the seam, easy identification, turns and recognizes that there's no one covering him. He's uncovered, and he turns and looks back for the ball. That's high football IQ, sight adjustment on the route, right? Adjusting to what he sees, and then understanding and identifying, I am uncovered. Let me turn and look at my quarterback. There's no safety over the top. There's a corner on the outside. There's a linebacker on the inside on the hash. And then what you see here is the ability to make plays after the catch, lucidity in his game, right? Some elusiveness, but also the physicality and body control, man, to absorb contact or to handle contact. And you're just going to continue to see his ability to, again, make that catch, stop, make a fool out of the guy, get upfield and get yards after the catch. These are the things that we like to see from our guys here, right? So now you're going to have him just kind of stem it up, sit it down on on kind of a comeback route here. And you got the outside leverage by the corner, so a zone. Outside leverage, you got too high safety look. And it looks like it might be not cover 2, might be a little bit of cover 6, honestly. But yeah, just settling down. And with when you see as much zone played in the NFL today, being able to sit down in these soft spots matters. It matters a lot at the next level. It matters a whole lot at the next level, guys. So I think this is a guy, got the catch. Here, quick out route. This play here was frustrating because he's open quickly, but the ball's poorly thrown. Not an accurate throw here, but it just shows that he's able to win quickly if given cushion. If given that cushion, you see how he's able to snap that route off. Okay, you're gonna press upfield, and I love how he angled the route. I love to see receivers angle, get square with the guy, make the guys get square with them, square them up. Now you're even, and then you break. Because if they're inside leverage, right, or if they're inside or outside leverage, and it looks like he might have been more of the inside leverage. So yeah, stem him, move him off the spot, and then create extra space for you. Quarterback just did not deliver an accurate pass, but that's good route running. That's good salesmanship. Instead of running straight off the ball, right? Work vertical, doesn't stem it any direction or any specific leverage. If he just stand it upfield and try to break, it's not as much space or room. He does a good job leaning and stemming that route inside and then working back outside. Another good job here, right? He's aligned. I'm gonna roll it back in just a second here. So he is basically a 3-by-1 set if you want to count or you count 3-by-2 because there's a tight end and then a running back on the opposite side of the formation. But yeah, he's the 3 from kind of from the sideline. 1, 2, 3. He's on the hash, and you just see him, press up the hash, settle in right into the void, and then immediately go from receiver to runner. Pay attention with guys like that, receivers especially, and tight ends too, but pass catchers, receivers and tight ends that can go from catching the football to immediately turning into a runner. Man, I'm telling you, Jack Bech is going to provide a stable, reliable weapon for the Las Vegas Raiders, and I think he will be the Emeka Egbuka for Chip Kelly's new offense for the Las Vegas Raiders, guys. But listen, that's the breakdown for what Jack Bech is going to bring to the Raiders. Remember, stay tuned, all right? You got a podcast coming with me and my guy Daniel Harm. Stay tuned with us here at the Scouting Room.